Today we'll be talking about visual appeal. Visual appeal is the quality of charm, the charisma, the simplicity, the clarity of your shots. You can be an amazing artist. You can have good understanding of anatomy, backgrounds, and everything, and still not be able to give a good story. Tell a good story with your boards because you don't have what we call visual appeal. Now, to an actor, visual appeal is charisma. How they act, how they use gestures to communicate with the audience, their emotions, their facial expressions. But to an animator, it's basically visual appeal. Let's just put it that way. So let's jump into Photoshop. Let me show you a little bit of. So basically in art generally, not just in storyboarding, there is the use of shapes, shape language, and different shapes give out different emotions. We have triangle. I start from the complex one. Triangle, which is if a character has a base shape of this sharp edges triangle, it gives you this feeling of unpredictability, if that's the word. But you can't really predict that character. It's fast, it's agile. It's not necessarily strong, but it could be. It could be corny too. And then there is circle. Circle gives you this, the curves, gives you this friendly feeling, approachable, emotional, if I should put it that way. It could be sad, it could be very happy character, mostly happy. Round characters or chubby characters always give up this very happy energy, friendly energy. And then this applies to your whole environment too. If you have a background where all the shapes are just round, curvy, it will give you more like, it brings out that cartoony feel in it. I don't know if that makes sense, but it doesn't feel like, unlike, imagine a city like Gotham now. All we have are just square, sharp buildings standing tall, giving this with the color you use also give it this dark energy. We also, let me mention, we also have square or rectangle. This shape always gives off dominance, strong, stable, powerful, So whenever you basically as a storyboard artist, you would want to create your own personal stories. So you would want to design your characters. So whenever you are in that phase or making up random characters just to tell a story, you can easily understand that using specific shapes can give you a particular energy, towards what the character should be like. You can't have, I mean, there are times where you have a character who is looking all bulky and big. They just flip the energy he portrays, Like, if you've seen Sing, I can't remember his name, but the ape there that plays piano, I love what they did to that guy. He's supposed to, give off this dominating vibe, this strong and, basically what a square shape will give you. It's an ape, of course. You know how strong they can be. But what they did to him was they broke him down and then gave him a piano to be a musician, and you would expect him to maybe sing like rap or something hard, but man was singing. He was singing something really calm and motivational, inspirational. So that is a way to break the rules. All these I'll be giving to you are rules that can be broken intentionally and can be very meaningful. But if you break them without the right intention, it will ruin your story. You Before you can break a rule, you need to know what it is. So yeah, these shapes can be used to improve your visual appeal. And this also can, share emotional response to your audience. Let's have an example. Perfect. So yeah, let's say we have a chubby character here, a kid going to school. Let's do it this way. Let's say we have a story of a boy who is being bullied in school. He's obviously in maybe his primary education or even younger.
Hi guys, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more of this.
The first thing to consider is, what would he be looking like? He can't be looking all fierce. We can't have a character that looks like this. Can't have a character that looks like this being bullied in school. It doesn't match well. But the victim of bullying in school is always that very meek, shy, nerdy. We can't even give him glasses. Just holding onto his bags, always slouch when walking. Seeing this alone, you know that, oh man, this child will have a difficult time in school because he's very easily approachable, and it's easy to jump on. So if we're having a story where a kid is being bullied in school, this is what you want to resort to, or something similar, or make him smaller, compared to the other characters. Here is where your visual appeal comes to play. Simplicity, clarity, charm. Let's say this boy has been cornered, in an alley. You want to have him surrounded by other kids. Just like this. One behind him. Seeing this alone, it him in the center. You know, this is definitely not just a regular conversation going on amongst kids. This is more like an interrogation. And to make it even better, let's change the camera angle. Let's have something like this to make him feel even more cornered. So have his back against the wall. Could have him looking scared too. Frightened against the wall. And then we have the other kids cracking their knuckles. Yeah, like this. And then one leaning straight into him, talking to him. Another shot that will emphasize directly on this scene will be, you know, a closer shot. Let's say a medium shot. I would explain further in, you know, one of our live classes how this shot works and how they trigger emotions. But did I keep? Yeah. Storyboard. Photoshop isn't responding to its master. So, oh yeah, there we go. Now, this would finish the purpose of the shots. We have the bad kids standing this way. Where's your lunch money type of situation. And then we have him just coloring here. I don't really want it, please. Leave me alone. Yeah. This shot shows that he's trapped. Just go ahead and shoot them a bit darker. You know he's trapped in this situation. He's being interrogated, he's being bullied. They don't even need to lay a single figure on him for you to know that this is oppression. So yeah, this is the whole point of, you know, talking about visual appeal. Having to, you know, sell out a particular story in a single shot or two shots. Simple, clear. You don't have like a lot of unnecessary things. Imagine a case where we have a signboard here saying respect me. Another here, protests, war, just random things. It will drag the viewer's mind away from the whole point of the story. Because when the viewer sees all this, he's imagining, okay, he's being bullied, but why are there all these things here? He's trying to understand, he's trying to think, like, what is the other meaning that can come out of this, which you don't want, except that's intentional, except there's a subtext in it, and another meaning should be derived from it. Or a case where we have a superhero let's have our favorite very well-known hero, Superman, standing up here. This is his moment. He just maybe saved the day, destroyed maybe his enemies or something, and then he's right here. We have the whole city structure, like this. This would pass as his heroic moment. But if we have him standing this way, and instead of it just feeling like, okay, the city is saved, people cheering him on, but what we have is the city burning, explosions behind, flames. Which is very, very contradicting to what we're supposed to be saying. It leaves the viewers confused. Like, I thought he just saved the whole, why is he feeling good when he destroyed the city? Because that was what he did right there. He destroyed the whole city and claimed he saved it. Also, there is the use of you can make your character stand out. You can make your character stand out by having, different color values on your screen. Let's say the idea of foreground, midground, and background. This is a whole other topic to cover, but let's just do this quick. We'll have that in the next class. Let's say we have our background here. We'll just use a quick city skip. Yeah. And this is supposed to be a bridge, or not necessarily a bridge. Could be the top of a building, and we have somebody standing over here, staring at the city, leaning over the rails. And then we're supposed to have maybe somebody else standing right here. It could be two friends. Something happened. The other went out to like get fresh air, thinking about his life or what next. And then we have this character here. He comes out to check up on his friend, like, yo, you good? Type of situation. Now, we could use color values to make, this be our main focus. It could also be a forest type settings with trees all around and our main character just sitting right there, helpless, maybe after a fight or something. Let's say this is the mighty tree, and then we have other trees. Perspective. If you have this tree, standing right here, other trees just arranged haphazardly in the frame, it's not going to, let us have our character in focus. This is even better because I've unconsciously used the rule of thirds here to place him in this angle. But if he's placed in the middle, something like this, the viewers are not being drawn, to that particular character at that moment or to whatever is happening there. But a way to go about it is using values. Now, this is our foreground. These trees are right in front of us, close to the camera. It could be blurred out too. And then in the midground, we have these guys. And then in the background, the trees are really slightly invisible because, anything far from the camera becomes, it blends with the color. So yeah, with this, you can easily look at this image and be like, oh, okay, this is a forest and our character seems to be sitting helplessly here, and then we pan in and you see his expression all beaten up. So pop, bleeding, one eye shut. Breathing hard. This is basically using depth to further improve your shot and your composition. In this case, there's also, this guy in the foreground. We could have have a darker color for him since it's closer to the camera. The city is just right there in the background. You really don't have to do anything to it. And then if it's nighttime, you have everywhere basically dark. And the only way to emphasize on this, our main character here, is to give him a lighter color. That way, once this shot comes up, the first thing the eyes will be drawn to will be this weird color in the whole shot. Since everything seems like it's dark. If it's all light and you give him a dark color, then yeah, he would still pop. So if everything is dark and you place like a lighter color on your focus here, anybody who opens this shut up, the first thing that goes to their mind is, okay, I see what I should focus on. This should be the main character, or this should be who this story is about at this point in time. So that's what we have on visual appeal. Next, we'll be going deeper into use of depth, using more foreground, midground toning, using motion to emphasize depth, and more. That's it for today.
Hi guys, it's me again. If you're enjoying this and you'd love to learn more, make sure to visit our website to get more of this program tailored for you. And do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel.